Is real estate headed for a depressionary level of a downturn? Quite possibly. All right, folks, welcome to the channel. Always an honor and a privilege to be with you. I hope you're all doing great. Buckle up and strap in. I got a hard-hitting pull, no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows and sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. And friends, are we headed for a real estate depressionary level of a downturn? Quite possibly. I mean, we can't rule anything out. That's what I've always said. Throw the playbook out the window on this housing bubble. I mean, my gosh, this thing was insane. Even as somebody who benefited, a licensed realtor in Southern California in the $1 million district, benefiting from all this chaos and craziness, and I watched the industry continue to drink the Kool-Aid. I can't even go on Instagram very often anymore because of the agents that I see. They're grandstanding. Oh my gosh. Like, we're selling stuff, buying and selling stuff left and right, but I have a hard time posting on social media, bragging about it in this environment. Insane to me. But then I see that and I understand, well, it makes sense because these agents, our agents in general, they got to cheerlead this thing. Why? Because they rely on commission checks to pay their bills. They have no alternate source of income. They're selling real estate, but they're not investors in real estate in terms of income properties. And that's what I want to do with you guys here is have you guys, like that's why I can come here is because I have investment properties, rental income that allows me to come run my mouth and put a sale on the side and earn people's business later if that's what I choose to do. Clearly, that's what I choose to do, and I'll continue to do that to the best of my ability as long as I see fit here on this platform. But in the meantime, what we're going to do is talk about the realities of what's going on right now. There's 3 levels of an economic downturn. There's 3 levels of a housing correction or downturn. The first level would be a correction phase. That's when you enter into the downturn. I think we can all agree, we've talked about this before, we're exiting a health crisis, a lockdown, an overstimulation of an economy that just got it way too euphoric. It was an everything bubble. It was a global bubble, a dangerous bubble to say the least. So we're now heading into the correction phases. Those interest rates are rising. We clearly all see what's going on right now with the economy in the markets. We're at the correction phase, the front end. If it doesn't stop there, we enter in to the recessionary level of a downturn. All 100% of economists now predict we're heading for a recession. I mean, I don't know why. We've been saying this for a year that we're headed for this. And you guys know where I'm about to go with this. If we can't stop it at a recessionary level of a downturn, it enters into a depressionary level of a downturn. There's 3 levels of an economic downturn, a housing downturn: correction, recession, depression. My position has always been, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this one out. The biggest artificially created housing bubble in world history might have the biggest blowback in world history. It's basic mathematics. Yet somehow we got to continue to argue our points and defend our position and whatever the case may be. And our job really is to continue to acknowledge the elephant in the room. Hope for the best. Prepare for the worst. It's better to be prepared for something and have it not happen than have something happen and not be prepared. Don't let our highs get too high or our lows get too low. Try to stay somewhere in the middle, centered and surrounded with like-minded people. Be iron sharpens iron. That's what we're doing as we examine the health of the U.S. housing market, because like anybody that watches my show, and like I said, if you're new, please subscribe right away. Everything hinges on the U.S. housing market. If we lose the U.S. housing market, we lose everything. The U.S. housing market can collapse the U.S. economy. The U.S. economy can collapse the global economy. We are at risk of heading into a depressionary level of a downturn. And this one, I'm trying not to laugh at myself as I unpackage this, as I wrap my head around it. Sometimes you have to laugh. This one has my full attention because not only are we at risk at a depressionary level of a downturn, this could be a global depression. But at the moment, we're going to examine the 3 levels. Correction, which we're in now, headed into a recession, which everybody is predicting, so we'll go there whether we like it or not. The next will be, in fact, a depressionary level of a downturn that I personally see every measurable piece of data shows now, and everything from mainstream media and how polarizing all these topics are going to guide us right into a depressionary level of a downturn. That's what we're up against now. We're actually trying to defend entering into a depressionary level of a downturn, because like I said, when 100% of economists are saying that we're going to be in a recession within 6 to 12 months, by the end of the year, I mean, we're in one, but like, we have to let this play out because of our digital diet today. If people don't see it happen in real time, they don't believe it. They won't believe it until it's too late. So right now, the best thing we can do is insulate ourselves and prepare. Make sure our basic needs are met, watch these markets, then identify the areas that maybe we want to go invest in. I've talked to many people, myself included. I weathered the last 08 era bubble with my real estate holdings, my investment properties, my income properties. I had tenant turnover, missing tenants, empty units. It was horrible, but I hung on to that property. Now we have no mortgage. That thing paid off, a big multi-unit complex. Finally, and I got that done because I didn't want to be tied to the banks. And I know many of you, that's a whole different video, and I got a lot of friends like Dan over at iAllegedly and a lot of other great channels I watch that are talking about the dangers of having our money in the bank. I went to the bank just the other day, and I was doing some banking, depositing money in some accounts to for operating expenses. But then I had one check. I said, turn that one into cash. Send me some cash through that slot, please. Oh, our computers are down. I'm not sure if we have that much cash. I'll get back to you. What? What are you talking about? And of course I was polite. Oh yeah, no problem. Let me know. And my cash came through, but they almost tried to dodge it. It was almost like there was a threshold on how much cash they wanted to give back to me. So my point is this, friends. You have 3 levels of an economic downturn. Correction, we're in it now, friends. Recession. On the way, can't stop it there, an economic depressionary level of a downturn, which many economists are predicting we're headed for, and I hate to be one of them, but I'm in fact letting you know that is probably the most likely outcome. But many people will be a deer in the headlights, unaware of any of this because they've never lived through economic downturns or recessions before. I have, like I said, with my properties. It was no fun, but I managed to weather that storm. Now, our goal is hopefully to buy outside the bubble. That's always our goal. Rich people, and I know for me personally, I didn't get my wealth buying at the top of a real estate bubble. I bought outside the bubble. That's where I need to take my viewers, buying outside the bubble. Final thoughts. I come to you as a friend, as a content creator. Somebody wants to see you not only win in real estate, win in life. Understanding the biggest artificially created housing bubble in history is having its blowback. There's no saving this one. It is, in fact, playing out. It now becomes a question: correction, recession, full-blown depression. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best. Hopefully you come out somewhere in the middle. It's better to be prepared for something and have it not happen than have something happen and not be prepared. Insulating. Continue to blow the lid off of everything as we see fit, because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Social media links are in the description of this video if you'd like to follow me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you're interested in buying or selling real estate here in America, I have the biggest network of top-rated agents in the nation ready to assist you. It'd be our honor and our privilege to do so. If you're watching from your television set today and you enjoyed this video, I know you're going to love the next video, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Please go make it count today. I will see you on the next video.